Hi everyone, my name is Kelly and welcome to my channel, Be You. Today I'm going to do readings with two different cards. I was talking about this, my last reading a few days ago, about the tarot of the cats, the little mini tiny tarot deck. It's the smallest one that I have, and they are super tiny. Uh, and they're so cute. And like I said, I have small hands, so these are perfect, made for my hands. I do believe I bought this from Magic Planet, which is an online website. So if you are looking for any type of tarot decks, Magic Planet does have a decent amount of tarot decks and oracle cards. And also, okay, Oracle of the Black Enchantment, Blood Edition. So what's really funny is a few years ago, I saw a vampire deck at Half Price Books, and I didn't get it. I've always kind of been into vampires and just kind of werewolves and all that stuff. So at that time, I actually believed that tarot cards should just be all rainbows and butterflies and anything that was more on what we consider dark, I wasn't going to purchase it. So looking back, it was funny because I went to Half Price Books a few weeks ago, and they had the book to the vampire deck. So I thought they actually was going to have the cards to go with it, and I got really excited because I've actually been thinking about this deck for a long time, that I'm like, oh, I should have bought that, but everything happens the way it's supposed to. So I saw this on Patrick's website, and that is on, I do believe I put a link on my last um, reading that I did 2 days ago. So just want to show you. He literally put every one of his cards through like red ink. So very vampire looking cards, and I think they're really fun. So if you are a little bit afraid of getting into darker, decks and whatnot, you just gotta, I guess, just remember there's really no such thing as like this deck's gonna create bad things to happen or anything like that. I mean, truly, if you are attracted to a deck of cards, regardless if it's tarot, oracle, if it's all pretty and colorful, or if it's more on like medieval, it's whatever works for you. And I kind of go between all different types, to be perfectly honest. So I'm actually excited because that this blood edition here is really new, and so are these the cats, tarot cats cards. So again, as I always start, like I said, you want to get into habits of clearing your mind. That way you can really receive all the things that are coming through. And with me being the medium and everything else, I definitely like to clear my mind before I start doing any reading. That way I'm very open for all the messages that will come. I do have the incense burning behind me. Jade, I do believe, is what I chose. And I'm just going to, I was going to play the little bell, but I'm actually going to do my dragon bell. All right, so if you want to do this with me, you just want to close your eyes just so you can kind of get warmed up and let all the worries of today go, and just kind of open your mind. There you go. So you definitely want to get into um, anything that feels right. But like I said, the whole purpose of it is to clear your mind. That way you can really get into these cards and using your intuition um, to just read what comes. So, as always, what I recommend you do is whatever comes to your mind first, regardless if you're going to use the guidebook that comes along with it, or if you're just going to go with whatever your gut's saying. Um, just make sure that you clear your mind and that you always go with whatever comes first, and try not to second guess yourself, especially if you're in the beginning of getting into tarot or oracle cards. So normally, as I do these readings on YouTube, I kind of just go live, because the greatest thing about live is you can't plan for this, really. You just do whatever question comes, and you just kind of let the cards and guides and everybody around just kind of take over. My last one was quite interesting. It really focused on a woman and a man, and was a very strong reading for two individuals, and then a lot of other people would get benefits from that one. So definitely not what I ever thought I would do on my YouTube video, but I just went with what's coming. So on the little cats, you always want to shuffle, right? And you always, if you're buying it for the first time, you want to make sure that you touch each and every card. And don't know if you've noticed, but one came out. I didn't even ask a question. But this one is going to be part of the reading. So interesting. I didn't ask a question, but yet let's see what they gave us. All right. So number 7. Oh, okay. So this one, number 7, I got to get real close because they're super little. So if you see, you have a kind of yin and yang peacock. You have this very pretty all white one, and then you have a very colorful one. Now, instantly, what I get from this is I said the number 7 on this card for a reason. So, and what's coming on that is more possibly July. And I'm not sure if that's literally next month or July in the past or the future, but definitely July. And basically, what's going on with this person is that this is a major card, by the way. Number 7 is a major card. And on the major cards, basically, the minor cards will play off the major. Okay. So this person or persons, it seems like they go back and forth in their mind a lot. And a lot of their decision makings, they either feel like it's the best decision and they're leading with kindness and love. And then on the other side, they feel like it's just not worthy and that was not a good way to do whatever is coming to their mind. So I found it interesting that the cat is like on this pedestal, and yet the two peacocks in the front, they're not even paying attention to this cat that is very, I would say, very someone high importance. And I'm kind of getting more work related. So I would say that your mind is focus a lot on the good and bad of either your supervisor or your boss. And that you're having and putting this person on a pedestal, and you should never put anyone on a pedestal. And So you have like good days where you think very highly of this person at work. And then you have your days where you're just, oh, that person's so getting on my nerves. Um, but also, I would definitely say that you're not really knowing that person. And if you believe that you know this person, it's you're not really paying attention to who they really are. And saying that this is a major card, let's go a little bit farther into this. So clearly what this is going to be about is work. Someone that's either a supervisor or boss over you, that you are definitely having mixed feelings a lot about. So I'm going to just stick with the cats and let's see what they say to give more insight. So if you probably can't see it because they're so tiny, but this one right here, this one definitely stuck out. So another major card. Okay. So this card is 18, which is the moon. And the moon is always about, some people say the moon's like the dark side, where the sun is the light side. So, sorry, let me show you. This is the card. So the dog is howling at the moon, and the cat is pretending to look at the moon, but yet she's got a lobster. So I would say playing off this person at work, either supervisor or boss position, that you're not really seeing them for who they really are. This what comes is basically the same thing. Not really paying attention to what's in front of you, just pretending. A lot of pretending going on. And I would definitely say you're probably pretending to be this person's friend when really you're not. And that could lead to a lot of the back and forth in your mind, and putting yourself down, and also putting this coworker down as well. Um, so also keep in mind that in this card right here, that the dog seems to be way bigger than the cat, which is normal. But I still kind of get the feel of the cats looking up at the dog. So that is very strong. And these are huge change cards. These are huge shifts and changes. So let's see how this is going to play out. So basically, these two cards are kind of still saying the same message, but the moon card here, it's more talking more on the darker side of it. So, I think I'm going to switch off to the black enchantment. These are way bigger. So let's just see. Since seems to be talking about the dark things that come through the mind, let's just play around with this and see what comes. So what I'm doing with this deck right here, I am just asking this deck to give us more clarity about this person at work that you seem to be having a lot of issues with in the mind. All right, let's see what we get. Okay, so this is 15, which can be broken down to 6 using numerology, and it looks very much like the devil. As you can see, there's flames all around this devil-looking creature. Again, female, and I said female in the last one, so this is definitely about a female. And then we have the 2 heads down at the bottom of this hill. Okay, so what's coming here, and I love how there's rain, there's clouds, there's just so much flame. It's like you're trying to put out the flames, right? With very well strong emotions. And I would definitely say sometimes you can even refer to this person as that she kind of reminds you of a devil. Very controlling and very bossy. But then you also got to realize that they might just be doing their job. Okay. And on this, the eye is in the stomach. That's very important because again, in the stomach, that's where all your fears are. So that's probably what's coming through is a bunch of your fears. And just remember, anytime that you're having negative feelings or thoughts of a person, everyone's a mirror back to you what you do not want to see. So I would ask yourself with this lady at work, what is it that she mirrors about yourself that you don't really want to see? That could be causing a lot of these conflicts in your mind and at the workplace as well. So I'm going to pull another one here from this oracle deck here. I mean, I would definitely say, is she really the devil, this lady that you're working with? And the answer to that is, of course, no. Just a lot of people have a lot going on in their mind. So I talk about a mirror, and this is how funny the cards are. When I was saying that they mirror, there's literally a mirror in this, and it looks like two lovers, but also it reminds me of the Dorian Gray movie and book, where he can't look at the mirror because then he'll go back to being old. I love the black cat. This number is 47. So that breaks down to 11, which is a power number. No, sorry, it does not. Oh, yes, it does. Should have went with my first guess. Hmm. Okay. So now I'm getting more clarity here of what is actually happening with you and your thoughts. Um, it actually doesn't have much to do with her being bossy or controlling. I mean, that's what you see it, but that's not really what's happening. This is more has to do with this person being a certain look that you just cannot like. So you would consider her to be more prettier than you, and you're definitely comparing yourself to her a lot. And basically, what that's doing is just making your self esteem really low. So I would definitely recommend that you kind of stop doing that because there's no point of comparing each other. It's definitely a human thing. It's to sit and compare us to other people, and it's just not worth your time at all. So we're all uniquely different, but we're all connected to oneness, and we all know what unconditional love is. It is in our hearts, and I always kind of go with my life personally. Anytime something someone gets like me really upset, I always like to ask myself, what is going on? What are they mirroring to me? That I don't want to see that I have perhaps myself. So just remember, beauty is on inside and outside. But basically, comparing definitely is coming up that you keep comparing yourself and keep comparing yourself to this lady at work, and it's not doing any favors to you. It's causing a lot of conflict. So now I'm actually going to ask specifically because now, what can you do? So I'm going back to the cats. What can you do at work to help yourself with this whole stop comparing yourself here. All right. So again, another major card coming up. 3 major cards. Okay. So definitely life-changing. All right. So this is represents 20, and the cat is looking at the cat from the stars. There's a lot actually going on in this video. So, not paying attention to your surroundings, just so focus on this one person. So clearly, definitely focusing on this one lady at your job. And in this photo here, in this card, there's literally a book with a sword, a cup. It kind of resembles like all of the 4 suits in a deck of in tarot decks. And again, how the cat in the stars looks so much bigger than the little cat that's on the balcony. So you definitely feel that you just cannot compete with this person, which you shouldn't want to compete. But let's keep going. Let's kind of give you an idea of what you can do at your job. Oh, 2 of them came. Okay, let's go here. What do we got? Okay. We got Queen of Cups, which is all about your emotions, by the way. Cups represents emotions. And then we have, looks like, Queen of Coins, which is physical world. Okay. So I asked the cards, what can you do to help yourself with this situation at work with this lady? So basically, your emotions are leading you to all of this drama and conflict in your mind, and very well possibly even in the physical part too when you're at work. And you just have to relax. Both of these cats are really relaxed, and they're just taking breaks. So I would say when this starts to happen again at work, you want to definitely take a break. Kind of, you can count to 10, maybe step outside and just collect yourself. And one of the greatest things you can do with the mind, when this is about the mind, which actually yours is about the emotions, because this lady at work is definitely representing someone in your life or in your past that you do not like. Okay. So you just basically need to just relax. Like I said, count to 10, maybe step outside. Sorry, nose itch. Normally it does when I'm doing card readings. Step outside. Really go deep with your emotions of why are you reacting this way to this person? What inside you do you not want to see? Okay. And then the physical queen here is, again, she's very relaxed on the grass. There's a bunny right next to her. So perhaps I would say maybe you have a friend that not a friend, that you go and talk bad about this lady, this your boss or supervisor. I'm saying a friend that is more on the caring and listening level, but yet doesn't actually engage in that type of behavior. So we always have our friends, that you can call and they're have your back and go, oh yeah, I don't like her either. But this is more just being a friend to help you get to the bottom of this, what this truly is. Because it's not about the lady at the work, by the way. It's about something deep inside you, some locked emotions that you have with someone from your past that she's reminding you of that you don't even want to look at. Or would you not even get a feeling of like, no, I'm not even going to go there? Um, so you definitely have a really good friend that can help you with this. And I would totally lean on that friend when you need to. And just remember, work can be fun if we make it, and we can make it a miserable. Basically, our whole lives is what we make it. So that's a really good ending to end this with. There is light at the end of your tunnel through this, what you consider to be really hard time at work. So again, I recommend for you is, do some deep breathings when you start getting frustrated or upset with this woman. Maybe step outside if you can, and just ask yourself in your mind, why are these emotions coming? Why are you frustrated at this person? Why are you angry? And then just see what comes up. Okay, so thanks for watching my channel. And as always, if you would like to do an actual full-on reading with me, just reach out and we can set that up. And you can like my channel if you want to. It's totally up to you. You can also subscribe. And then if you want, please share with like-minded people that would benefit from watching these videos. Thank you and have a good night.